welcome everyone. So I'm not going to be talking that much to the chat, which I know that's what I like about my stream. Is like I talk to the chat, but so I'm not ignoring you. But the thing is, I've got 3 monitors. On one monitor, I've got Flight Sim, which I have to have unfortunately up there. On the other one, I've got me and Devon, and we're full screen as well. So every time I look over there, I see myself and like have a little fright.
No, I hate that as well.
And on my third monitor that's vertical with the chat, I'm going to have to put the notes and the questions and stuff on here, as so I won't really be able to see the
I'll
chat.
keep an eye on chat for you.
Oh, thanks. If they start getting a bit out of hand, if they say like, "Oh, the stream has gone down," feel free to let me know because I'm not going to see it. I'll be chatting away for like half an hour. I got G&T.
I'm not ignoring you, but I'm ignoring you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not ignoring you. Like I will maybe go back and read and look at the chat and take notes from all the horrific people here. Mr. Wibble said, I didn't say anything interesting. Oh, good night, Jono. Good night. And Gina, welcome everyone. Oh, wait, I need to go and let me just quickly make a tweet that we're about to start.
Oh, tweet.
Look at that.
Yeah, go on. I'll retweet you.
Oh, you're too kind.
Too kind.
Right, live right now. Ah. I'm gonna do all in caps. Jetstreamers, episode 1. Poor Flighty Erasure here, but I will get Flighty back when we fly over the US. Right, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. There, look at that. All caps as well. Time to make dinner. Look at that. I'm off to sleep. I'm off to make dinner. Jeez.
Night.
Aiden, there's no video today.
I know, I just seen that. So it's coming.
7 p.m. Okay. Wow, it'll drop mid flight because this is an hour and a half. With this paper plane, and we have to get out. I'll have to send you outside halfway through to wind it up because. Okay, at least it seems to have some kind of movement in it, which is good.
Well, there we go.
Hey, look what I've got.
Gosh. What?
Yeah,
Did you buy this specifically for this game?
I did buy it specifically for this game because I was using a controller, and every time if you try and move a joystick a tiny bit, like on an Xbox controller, your plane goes out the sky. It keeps it under his bed. Yeah, don't worry, I cover it. It does make it so much easier, and also I can use this on things like Elite Dangerous and No Man's Sky and other games that I'm probably not going to play.
That's true.
But Elite Dangerous is really good. Right.
I've never played it. I've always wanted to.
It's brilliant, and now I think they're very soon going to add an update. I recommend that when there is a new update. There's Monich. So we've got 2 welcome things. One that's exclamation mark shout out, and the other one's exclamation mark welcome. And Money just always uses shout out instead of welcome. So there's all these poor viewers that come by. Selena, thank you so much for the follow. Like I said, my alerts are off, I hope. Otherwise, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, not always. Sometimes 99%. If that, I don't think 99% of the time is sometimes Money. But yeah, they are. The alerts are muted. But they are off. Do you see them on the screen, by the way? Do they pop up? They might still pop up. I'm not sure. All right. Well, I've even wrote a little script to start with. Yeah. So I'm going to click the record button.
Professional.
We'll see about that. Let me just double check that the encoder is not dropping. It's not dropping frames. It just overloads a little bit. That's fine. Right. Okay. Hello and welcome to everyone on board today. The time is 18:05. It's the posh way of saying it. And today we're flying from Cardiff to just south of Paris. The reason we're not going directly to Paris is that my computer will set on fire if I go near anywhere as built up as Paris. So we'll be seeing Paris from 7,500 feet in the air and give me a little wave. And if it starts
crashing into it.
Oh, if it starts stuttering, we're going to go on a nice loop around it. But yeah, our co-pilot, as you can hear, is DevonBumpkin, who is a Sims and variety content creator. Not just a streamer. He's a content creator from Devon. Hence the name. His name is not Devon, as many people think, I think.
They do.
I don't have I need to get like a special effect for like a tannoy thing or something, but In just a few moments, we'll dim the lights and get ready for takeoff. Apologies if anyone is scared of the dark. If anyone starts touching you, call for an attendant, and they will put Brenda back in their seats. In regards to using the bathroom, if you can't hold your bladder for 90 minutes, then stop drinking the beer or just tie it in a knot. Anyway, we'll now get ready for takeoff. So interestingly enough, okay, now I think I've remembered. There is a the controls in this game slightly changed. So the brake button changed, which is the reason when we did the pilot episode, unfortunately, Flighty, who was my guest at the time, when we landed, we just ended up on a motorway.
I saw that.
Yeah, so hopefully we won't have that this time, because I can remember now what the brake button is. But here we are, we're in the air. We are leaving Cardiff, and very, very soon we'll switch over to autopilot. Unfortunately, we're stalling, so this is a great start. But yeah, welcome to everybody that's tuning in. This is Jetstreamers. This is a round-the-world trip in Microsoft Flight Simulator with Streamer on every single leg of the journey. We're going to be starting off in Cardiff. We're going to be finishing in Cardiff in God knows when. I don't know. Could be like 3 years. But yeah, my very, very, very first guest here is the one, the only, DevonBumpkin. Welcome, Devon. Or should I? That's the first question. Should I call you Devon? Would you prefer Devon or Aiden? Which would
you can call me whatever the hell you like, but it's usually Devon or Aiden. Yeah.
We got to pick one now, because I'm really bad with choosing.
Call me Devon.
Devon. Okay. So we're trying by just say Devon.
Just call me Devon.
So Devon. Okay. Have you ever been to Cardiff, Devon?
I have been to Cardiff a couple of times. Ooh. Probably one of their gay prides, actually. I think I was in Cardiff for one of their gay prides.
Oh, I wonder if we were at the same one.
Probably around about 10 years ago, I'd say.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was there. Yeah. Who was performing? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. I just remember being really drunk outside a pub somewhere, and that's about as far as my memory goes with Cardiff. I think drunk.
That sounds perfect.
Just drunk.
Yeah, outside Pulse they call it. Yeah.
Yes.
You remember?
Yeah, Pulse. I do remember now. Yes, I've been there.
Perfect. Right now, as we are flying, we're just flying over Wales. We seem to be going down. Let's hope. Okay, now, yeah, we're not going down. Panic over. Yeah, as we're now leaving Wales, we're flying over into England. We're going to be passing over I don't know what that's called. I think it's the Bristol Channel.
I think it is the Bristol Channel, yeah.
It is. We're going to be going past a couple of islands. One's called Flatholme, and the other one's called something else home, which I can't remember. But I have been on a boat, like a speedboat trip around them. It's very cool. I'm not going to use the camera because last night I tried to move the camera around and it decided to break the game. So we're just going to look down and see it from above. But yeah, so well, we've got so many questions to talk to you about. And a lot of people have submitted their own questions as well. So let's start from the very beginning. Yeah, no, some of them are some of the questions I don't even understand. So hopefully you can make top or wait no. So start at the very beginning. Why did you, Devon, decide that you wanted just one day to start making videos?
I've always loved to build in The Sims, and I remember thinking there must be some people on YouTube who just build, not play with the game, because I'm not really a game player as such. And I came across this creator called Deligracy, and she built the most beautiful houses and stuff in The Sims. And I was just like, I want a piece of that. But I was so awkward. I was so awkward in the beginning of YouTube. Like, I go back to those videos now, like 3-4 years ago, and I just sound so cringy, like really shy, really like softly spoken and hello guys, like it's so cringy.
You like your grandmother on the phone device. Hello people.
Hello.
My
name,
welcome. DevonBumpkin.
My name.
Okay now. So very, very important question. Are those videos still on your YouTube channel?
Most of them are private, so no.
Oh no.
but I will be reacting to some soon, I think. I think it's going to be a cringe fest where I react to my older videos.
Oh, no, that's brilliant.
It's really not.
So did you start off with Sims 4?
Yeah, Yeah, Sims 4. Not what, like from the beginning of my Sims kind of like love, or do
Yeah.
you mean on YouTube?
Both. So on YouTube,
Both.
yeah, YouTube first was it
On
Sims 4?
YouTube, yeah. Sims 4 was the first time I got into the Sims community as well. I didn't know there was a. I was about to swear. Am I allowed to swear?
You can say shit, bugger, fuck, or whatever you want.
Good, good. Yeah, I like. I don't know. I didn't know there was a community out there for The Sims. I did not know there was a community out there for The Sims, and I've been in the gaming community as a whole since, well, quite a long time. And yeah, I just stumbled across it. I just stumbled across Sims 4, and I was just like, this community is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I thought, I want a piece of that. So I just decided to do it. I really did. But with The Sims as a whole, I've played it since Sims 1. I remember I used to be a massive fan of SimCity. My dad got it for me on my PC. And I remember seeing an advert for The Sims where it actually showed the people that were living in the houses and stuff. And I was just, that was it. That's where the love started.
I remember playing I don't know if it was Sims 1 or Sims 2, but I remember playing it on the PlayStation 2 or 3. I think it was 2.
Yeah, would be 2, I reckon.
It was terrible trying to play that on a PlayStation. I don't know how people can do it. But it was also really, really difficult, I remember playing. Because I used to play rather than do builds like you do. And the amount of times where I just gave up because all of my people were either there was zero money or I was going into debt and they were all covered in their own feces.
Dying.
Or starving, yeah. I was like, I don't know what happened. I was like, what's going on? I think it's a perfect example.
That's the thing with The Sims 4, though. It's so hard to try and kill your Sims deliberately now. Like, they've done something with the game now where it's really difficult to kill them. Oh. I've tried many times.
Yeah, because you were playing it last night, actually. You were actually playing it.
Yeah, I know. I was actually playing it. We're doing this kind of like, I don't know, like a weird kind of let's play where this guy is traveling around in a caravan trying to make money in any way that he can. Oh. And we're going to be using some mods for that kind of thing.
There's that mod, isn't there, that you're not allowed to stream on Twitch? I've heard.
Yeah, you won't be definitely. There's one mod that you would definitely not be allowed to stream on Twitch, and that's called Wicked Whims.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit filth. That's very filth.
I like some. Yeah, I think it was Leander I saw streaming one where they were just all murdering. It was like some kind of horror show. Oh. But yeah, so you started off with The Sims right back in the day. But what made you design? Like, what made you think? You know what? I'm going to start putting these videos up here. And when
seeing it on YouTube, it on YouTube, I was like, I reckon I can do that. And for the first year, it was more of like a test kind of thing because I was not used to speaking into a microphone, hearing my own voice, like, and I still can't bear that now, like. But yeah, it was all from seeing other people on YouTube and getting inspired from it. Really, it really was. Yeah, I know.
And then you started doing a bit of streaming as well.
I did. But the thing is, I've been watching Twitch when it was called Justin TV. Oh. I remember watching Man vs. Game, and I love him to this day. I absolutely adore that streamer. And just thinking, this is so cool. This is such a cool concept because I loved watching my dad play games from the age of 2 onwards. Mm-hmm. All it was text adventure games on his PC and playing around on his Atari. Like, I loved it. So I don't know, seeing it kind of like on the screen, it was like a new concept for me. And I kind of followed Twitch all the way through until it became Twitch rather than just TV. And I was like, now's the time for me to try. But
wow, you are one of the originals on here then. When did you first start actually streaming?
Oh, God. Well, I had a big gap in between. I had like an 18-month gap, yeah. And then from then on, I think it was, recently, like this year.
Brenda
what's
knows.
Brenda saying? September 2017.
She remembers.
Brenda, I love you. So then. Yeah, that one.
So the fact that we know, and also by the way, we just to update people, we've passed the Bristol Channel. We are now flying over
Devon.
I think we're vaguely, there is a place now. I went and wrote it down, and I've got it on a different screen, and I don't want to bring it up. Right. So what I'll do is I'm going to use Google Maps. We are not
technological.
Exactly. I thought we were flying over Weston-super-Mare, which is a super place, but no, we're not. We're actually flying right now over a place called Burnham-on-Sea.
Oh.
You ever been to Burnham-on-Sea?
No, I haven't.
We are actually going to go very close to Glastonbury. It's cancelled.
Glastonbury, many happy moments there.
Yeah.
Can't remember a lot of them, but
Oh, you've been to Glastonbury, have you?
lots of times. Yeah.
Oh, is it quite close?
Probably about 6 times now.
Yeah. So we're not going to dox Devon, but do we go kind of anywhere near where you're from, flying from Cardiff down to Paris?
Maybe not. I don't know if you fly.
Oh.
And everyone on the coast.
We lost you for. Sorry, we lost you for a second. Then what were you saying?
Oh God.
I think it's.
I'm back again.
You're back. You are.
There we go. Probably not, because I'm on the coast just between Cornwall and Devon, Plymouth.
Okay.
So I think you'd probably fly over a bit further up.
Yeah, we go and flying down. We'll go over some very, very posh places. But we do go near Bournemouth, I believe, and Christchurch.
Bournemouth.
I remember
Christchurch, my love.
That is so funny because one of my first holidays as a kid was down to Bournemouth, and I went to the Bournemouth International Centre, and they had a Lego exhibition, and I've never, like, as a kid, I was just amazed by this. But we used to stay in a place called Christchurch, and there was a lady called, I can't remember what her name was, but she always used to say, "Welcome to Christchurch," and had the thickest, sorry about that accent, by the way, accent. Yeah.
You do it really well. You're good at accents, Ben.
All right, can I
really
clip that, please? Because the amount of times I've been called offensive with some of my accents. So Money in the chat says, "Oh my God, don't lie. Don't say that. Don't encourage him." Yeah.
Oh my God, don't lie.
Please don't, because you are offensive. Yeah, there are some accents where I definitely won't be doing, but we'll take the mick out of people in the UK. They can take it.
Yeah, they can take it.
So when you switched over to streaming, I'm gonna try and mix up, because it's Jetstreamers, but there's so much of your history of gaming and getting big is through YouTube. But when you first started streaming, what did you how did you find it at the very beginning?
Nerve-wracking. Yeah, I did. I was really nervous.
Yeah.
I think with YouTube you can edit parts of yourself that you don't like out, whereas when you're live to everybody, you can't edit those parts out. And my YouTube was very PG-13. Very, very... And then as soon as I came onto Twitch, it was C-words, F-bombs.
Effing and jeffing.
Effing and jeffing, my love, yes.
Oh.
But yeah, I think that was it.
Do you still... I've seen your videos. Did you, lose the PG-13 a little bit?
Yeah, I lost it quite a long time ago now. Yeah. I was just like, fuck it. Do you know what? Like, I was so fed up with kind of editing myself to try and fit this narrative that I didn't really like, Like, I don't want children on my channel anyway, so what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck am I doing?
We're just passing... just passing Lower Withiel Fram airstrip.
All right, yeah, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, Lower Withiel Fram.
Lower Withiel Fram. You'll get a lot of those names in Devon.
Oh yeah,
they all sound a bit...
I tell you, I did I did a test flight yesterday, and there's some places. There was one place I typed in, and it came up with a celebrity. So
lots of celebrities live in Devon as well. That's the weird thing about it.
Posh.
Me and Cornwall as well, actually.
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks ago I was sat outside Dawn French's house.
Really? Did you know, or were you
autograph hunting? No, well, my friend was kind of like, we were across the cliff and she was like filming it, and then I just kind of crept in on her like shot. I was like, "That's Dawn French's house." She was like, slowly slipped back again.
I love Dawn French. Love
so do
her. I bet she's the type that I don't know.
No, my client, one of my old clients when I used to be a hairdresser, she doesn't like being recognised. Like, she was on the beach down in Cornwall, and my client was like, "Oh, you're Dawn French," and she went, "Not today, I'm not." She's like, "Oh, okay." I love her even more for that.
Yeah, not today.
Not today, I'm not.
Oh, brilliant. Oh yeah, no, the family friendly thing, I found that as well. Like so I had family friendly on, God knows how. So I switched over to Animal Crossing, and one of the people who I really looked up to is Toph. I don't know if you know Toph.
Yes.
And he has a very welcoming and family friendly stream, and I was like, I really wanted a stream that was kind of maybe a bit less PG-13, but still had this really nice warm community. So I had the family friendly tag on. Saw it was working, and then my got partner, and I was like, right, second I got partnered, remove that family friendly. Let's just talk filth, and I'm very glad. yeah. Sometimes you get kids. Although, like earlier today, I resubbed in someone's stream, and the guy was like, oh, my son really likes your stream, and I'm like, oh, judging by your age, your son is young. Let's hope I'm not learning any English through this because they're Norwegian.
They're Norwegian.
Yeah, so
it's the good kind of English. They'll be fine.
Yeah, it's all the English that you need to learn. Oh, by the way, we're going to be heading to France soon, so every now and again, I'm going to teach you a a phrase. Are you ready to learn a phrase in French?
Oui.
Oui. This is gonna be so difficult when we start flying over countries that I don't know a single word. All right, I'm gonna have to do some actual practice.
Russia.
Oh, this is a good one. Fichet. I apologize to anybody that speaks French on how I'm pronouncing this, but fiche-moi la paix. Fiche-moi la paix.
Fiche-moi. No, that's
Fiche-moi la paix.
La paix.
Yeah, Paix. It means leave me alone.
Well, yeah.
Catch my fish. No, it's not catch my fish. You uncultured swine.
I was thinking fish, but I think fish is like pesky or something like that, isn't it?
Pescado. That's the, pretty much. Yeah, I think that's French. We're now going over a very British place called Henstridge. So we did
Henstridge.
I'm bringing this up a lot because we had a few people when I did the pilot. They were like, "Oh, you should talk about more of what we're flying over and what they can see." Because people, when they're listening, we're currently just over fields. This is literally why whenever you hear anybody say, "Oh, can't let people in the UK, we're full," I'm like, "Have you looked at the UK?" Yeah, we're
literally fields.
Yeah, it's great. We get the infrastructure all right. You know, we can get 3 times as many people. Just maybe go to green energy first. But yeah, we're going over Henstridge. Oh, that's right. Henstridge, I Googled, and there's an actress with the surname Henstridge, and that's all I could find. I think it's a private airfield or something. But yeah,
for her.
Oh my God, we can see the edge of England. See the edge of England in the future.
It's creeping up now.
Jet in the chat, by the way, says apparently only 10% of the UK is built on. I'd be surprised if it's as many as 10%, actually. Yeah,
I probably would as well, actually. I think London's probably 7% of that.
Oh, God, yeah, London. I lived in London, and jeez. It's
Me too. I'd never want to do that again.
No. It was an amazing year, and it changed me a lot, but I'm like, that's enough. Where did you live in London?
God, I lived in Pimlico.
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah, I've kind of lived there for about 6 months. And then I moved down to Brighton because I missed being by the sea. But I worked in London, so I was commuting every day for 6 years. For about 6 years, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. I lived in Russell Square, and it was just too much.
Oh, lovely.
It's too much. It was in a halls of residence, and it was ridiculous. This was like about 13 years ago, and I paid £127 per week. For a room with a shared bathroom, shared toilets, and a bed that even I couldn't fit in. So, yeah, and just had a sink in there. The amount of times I just had a sink wash. Anyway, so...
flannel wash, strip wash.
Exactly, yeah, posh wash. Is that posh wash? So, there are people who listen to you. A lot of people look up to you. And
I don't know. I always find that so strange.
Yeah,
thank you.
They do. And... a lot of people look up to you and they'll be like, I want to be like you. So people that want to start out on YouTube, how would you recommend starting out? Because you're probably, how many subs do you, or yeah, they're called subs, aren't they?
Nearly at 90k now.
90,000.
Yeah, no.
At 100, you get like a special plaque.
Yeah, you get a little YouTube plaque.
Guys, go and follow. If you're not following DevonBumpkin, I will not forgive you. Go to youtube.com/DevonBumpkin. We want to see this plaque. Will there be an unveiling when you get there?
Definitely. Striptease.
Ranston Airstrip, by the way. Ranston Airstrip seems very middle class. I went and Googled it earlier.
It probably is.
We have the desert. We could go and see the Porsche air shows and all sorts of different things. So yeah, go and try our clotted cream, Devonshire clotted cream.
Devonshire clotted cream, if you will.
That's
cream
right.
First, please, Muriel.
I went to the place where they filmed Downton Abbey the other day. Oh my god, I've never been. It's just so.
Hi, Claire.
Oh, it was beautiful. But
I'd love to go.
Clotted cream and jam. It's really, really good. Nice. 100% recommend it. But yeah, so how people that do start out, how would you, if someone says, I want 100,000 subs on YouTube, what would you say is like the best way to get started?
First off, I wish I had this kind of advice to me. Just be yourself, no matter how fucking weird you are or what you kind of stand for. Just make sure you're being yourself, because as soon as I kind of clicked and I came back with kind of confidence from Twitch, because Twitch was the one that kind of gave me the confidence to speak into a mic and stuff, you know? As soon as I came back from that, my channel grew a lot more because I was just being myself. I was not kind of putting this PG-13 nastiness onto who I am. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would say be yourself. And people say equipment doesn't matter, and it doesn't really, but it helps.
Yeah.
It does. Good equipment.
If you got bad quality. How long have you had your camera on your YouTube videos? Yeah.
This camera that I've got now, I had a webcam for ages. I was still using the webcam up to this year, and it was in such shit quality. But I was thinking, if I'm making a career out of YouTube and stuff now, then I need a better camera. So,
what do you go for? I've just upgraded mine as well.
I've got a Panasonic Lumix G7, and then I put it into my HD60S capture card rather than the 4K kind of cam link thing.
Yeah.
Which I need to get. I want to get one of them, really, because I want to start doing console game. Ooh. And yeah, I just run it through that and use it as a webcam.
Nice.
It's a good start-off point. It is a good start-off point.
Yeah. Cam links are great. They're really hard to find. I got mine ordered from like Germany, I think, and it came through.
Did you?
Yeah, it was great. Oh, we're at Bowerswain Farm Airfield. Bowerswain Farm.
I actually know where Bowerswain is.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We're getting close to the coast.
Getting close to the coast now. There's an estuary over there, look.
Look at that beautiful. I think that's Bournemouth on the right. I'm very reluctant to doing this because it seems like it's...
Because we're going to die.
Yeah, we're stuttering a little, but yeah, there's Newton Paverial Airfield. We'll keep it there. We're getting close to the English Channel anyway. Right, here we go. Let's keep it like this. Hopefully it won't freeze too much. Okay, yeah, we're flying, currently over there, going to this nice estuary. By the way, anybody that does follow, thank you so much for the follows. I'm going to, I've got all the alerts turned off, but I do appreciate it. So just be yourself, you would say. And what when you say kind of equipment, like recording the game, or like if they've got a mic or...
a decent gaming PC would be the main one for me, I think. Yeah. To be able to record on in a decent quality. Doesn't really matter so much with camera, mic in the beginning, but a decent gaming PC. Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. All right, well, let me just go and have a look. Now, as an LGBTQIA plus streamer and YouTuber, does that ever do you get affected by that at all? Do you get anybody maybe positively looking up to you as being somebody out and proud?
Positively.
Or
yeah, definitely.
Yeah? How's that? How have you experienced that?
I've had lots of comments from the younger gay guys and girls, all kind of in confusion and stuff. And I get kind of DMs on Instagram and stuff, and I try not to answer them because that can always be turned into something a little bit different, you know, especially in this current climate. But I'm one of these people that likes to help people, so I would always give out advice to them and stuff. You know, it's just me as a person, really.
Have you ever had the opposite?
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. I've been threatened with death.
Wow.
Quite a few times. Yeah, quite a few times.
Yeah.
Wait.
Do you find? Because I know some people say that like when it comes to toxicity and stuff, the the YouTube comments are way worse than Twitch. Do you find that YouTube has a problem with that?
Not anymore. I found it worse on Twitch when I was streaming beforehand, not now. Like I haven't had any now. And I think because I've got such a lovely community around my YouTube channel now, you kind of end up recognizing names and seeing the same people commenting. So it's just a big friendly group of people, hilarious, filthy people.
Yeah, I noticed that when you released the video for Biggest Brother Season 2, there were so many really lovely comments on there, and I could see you were highlighting them as well. So they're like the people that you recognise.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, lovely. What do you like best about making videos for YouTube compared to streaming? So you said before about how you can edit yourself a little bit more. Are there any other things that you really like about making videos?
The fact that I'm kind of teaching myself how to edit. I'm a complete amateur at it, but I love the process of it. It's funny. You can make a moment that would have been a little bit boring, a little bit slow, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more funny.
Mm-hmm.
You can edit it to how you want that vibe to come across in your videos. I love that. I do prefer that to the streaming side of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you how do you record it? So do you record because like when you did the Biggest Brother house, did you like prepare a little bit before and then kind of redo it, or did you just
I never do.
Because I didn't see anything of you going and like redoing anything or going back and just deleting a whole area like I do with Animal Crossing or something like that. Did you just have it in your head what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
And did it?
That's what usually happens. 90% of my builds will come from, I could see a reference image and think, oh, that looks really cool. And I'll take kind of apart from that and then maybe apart from another reference image and just kind of remember it and try it. I just build and see what happens at the end.
And then you do the voiceover afterwards.
You speed up the process and make the build obviously faster, and then you talk over and do the kind of the commentary.
It was very impressive. I remember showing a lot of people that hadn't seen you before, and they're like, "Oh my god, what?" They saw that and thought, well, "Jesus Christ!" They're not used to creativity in my stream, so when they saw that, like, wow. Okay, so let's go and move on to your gaming history. Just as we start flying over, well, we're now pretty much over. We're heading very close to the Isle of Wight, and I'm trying to move it around, but I might need to do a graphics downgrade at some point during this flight, especially as we're getting into land. This is why I'm dying for an upgrade. I'm desperate for an upgrade to my PC. Yeah, we're currently flying over Bournemouth. That's where I've been. In Christchurch, which is slightly to the left.
You loves it there, didn't you?
Oh, he loves it. We're close to Highcliffe as well. And Burton and Barton and Beckley and Branscombe. Is everything called B over here? And a place called Everton. I'm pretty sure that's not there. But yeah, we're also going, the very controversially named Isle of Wight is there on the left.
The Isle of Wight. Have you ever been?
No, I haven't. How is it?
It's pretty. Yeah, it is. It's really pretty.
Oh.
But I've been to the festival there as well. It's a bit of a festival hall.
I've only been to like one festival in my life.
Oh, no, you've got to do Glastonbury at least once, I would say.
Yeah. I feel like it's like dirty, and you got to sleep in a tent.
Do it the better way. No. Hire a camper and do it that way.
Oh, glamping,
it's much better.
Glamping, yeah. But okay, maybe. I would love to, because every time I see like the Glastonbury lineup, I like, okay, there are 30 bands or singers there that I actually really like. So yeah, maybe I would like it. I went to the Wireless Festival. Remember the Wireless Festival?
Oh, I remember the Wireless Festival. Did they still do that one?
I don't think so, but I went to it when it was. They used to have one in Leeds and Reading, I think. And yeah, I went to the one in Leeds. Not the Leeds and Reading Festival, but the Leeds Wireless one. And I remember with my friend, we got some fold-up chairs, and we sat down having our sandwiches, and there was Gnarls Barkley and Goldfrapp and Primal Scream, and it was quite an experience.
Goldfrapp, I loved Goldfrapp.
They were great. They were amazing. But anyway, moving on to games then. Games. What made you... Well, actually, I'm going to skip a few of these because we've already answered them. Here's a good one. What is your favourite Sims pack? Because there's a few of them around.
Probably Seasons, because it gives you weather. It gives you a weather system in The Sims 4 and what happens seasonally, like Halloween, Christmas, all of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it helps your builds out. Gives your builds personality. But The Sims 4 for me has been very lacking compared to the others. Other than graphically, it's been a lot prettier than the rest of them.
Didn't you just recently add terrain tools?
Yeah, terrain manipulation.
Wow. Even Animal Crossing's got terrain tools.
It's not good terrain manipulation though.
Oh, the new one.
Quite, yeah, no, it's not that good. It's not up to the par of like Planet Zoo. Planet Zoo terrain tools in The Sims 4 would be amazing.
Yeah,
it really
I
would.
need to play Planet Zoo. I love Planet Coaster. I've got like 100 hours in that game.
Oh, I'd love Planet Zoo's even better than Planet Coaster for me. Yeah,
I've got it on my wish list, and every time it comes and it goes on sale, I get an email, and I'm like, oh, so tempted, so tempted. Oh, but what would you like to see in the future? Obviously, then maybe some extra terrain manipulation. But what kind of packs would you like to see coming out?
It's quite hard to say that because the things that I would like to see coming out for The Sims as a franchise would probably not appeal to them now as a game because their kind of target audience now, they're catering towards teens. They've gone to this teen market. They're trying to cater for a younger generation.
Oh, I bet you hate that.
I do.
I'm not saying you will. I think we're
really
the same age, aren't we? Roughly.
I'm definitely older than you. How old are you?
I am. So old I am. I can't remember. I literally looked at the year because I'm 32 now.
I'm 35.
You know.
I'm 35, so I'm older than you.
Wow. So anybody in the chat's making age jokes, just think you're insulting Devon even more than you're insulting me. I get the amount of insults I get. I'll start complaining about something. They're like, okay, boomer. Like, wait, what? I am so old I forget my age. Yeah, I am. But we've got like Devon here is 35. There's the Dave, my partner, who is 34, and like both of you look a lot younger. There you go. Dan says Devon looks 10 years younger than you, Ben. How'd you ban? What's the?
You're lovely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, 20 looks 20 years younger. 20 apparently.
Money.
It's because he's so squished, you can't really tell.
You just need to always remember that the average age of a gamer is 37.
Is that true?
That is very true. Yes. Wow. I know.
I'm definitely going to be using that stat in future.
Exactly.
So they're going for the teens now. So, do you think we're going to get Sims 5 soon? Or do you think
it's in development now.
Oh, okay.
Without a doubt, it's in development now. EA, we were sleuthing. And EA were hiring new kind of lead programmers and stuff for an unnamed game. And it's just like, we know what you're up to. Maxis, don't try and pull the wool over us.
What do you think is going to happen? Do you think they'll still do like the packs thing? Or do you think there might be like a subscription model?
Oh, no, it'll always be expansion. That's how they make their money. But there's massive rumors about it being online, which is kind of an interesting concept. I'd like to see how they go about that way.
Did you see how it went with SimCity?
Yes, I did.
That was a shit show, wasn't it? I'm glad that City Skylines came out pretty much at the same time.
Oh, I love that game so much.
That's so addictive. But that's one of those games that I restart my city about 10 times. And then I get to the point I'm like, I'm going to restart it again. It's just fun. So, can you remember, going away from the Sims, well, maybe, unless it was your first game. Can you remember the first game that you ever played? And also, what was your first console?
First game I ever played with my first console was Double Dragon on the Atari 2600.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And it was absolutely shockingly shit, but I loved it.
Oh,
absolutely loved it.
I don't even know this game. What's it called? Double Dragon, you say?
Double Dragon on the Atari 2600, yeah. And they had a Double Dragon 2 on the Sega Master System, which I loved as well.
Here we go. There's a neon version apparently coming, and there's even a movie.
Wow. Ooh, wow. Oh, there is a movie. There is a movie. I've never seen it because it's probably absolutely shite.
So I just typed in Double Dragon and I've got 3 Chinese restaurants come up. Literally on Google. Yeah. Oh, it's a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Oh, in 1987 was the original.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a while ago.
I know.
And did you ever get the urge to play it again?
No. Double Dragon 2, probably because it's a little bit graphically better than Double Dragon 1, I would play it. But no, definitely not the urge to play Double Dragon again. Not for me. That movie is crap. Can confirm. Thank you.
Okay, you've seen it. Oh, by the way, we've got some of your fans in the chat. We've got Kusui Art, who is now who is previously Illuminella.
That's Martina. Oh, yeah, Illuminella.
Yes. Oh.
Hello, darling.
I know you. But yeah, God. When was your? Were you like a PlayStation or a Nintendo person growing up? Or
I was both.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was both. I know. It's because my
Sounds like
dad was an
privilege.
absolute slag for gaming, so I got that love from him. You know, so we had it all, and
Oh.
yeah, I had both. And he had Sega's as well. Sega Saturn.
Jeez, you had everything. What was your like favorite game growing up? If you had to go back and
Tomb Raider.
yeah.
Yeah, Lara Croft on PS1, Tomb Raider. That game blew me away. It really did.
Oh, the original.
Mm-hmm.
Was that?
Yeah, the original.
I think it was 2 actually. It was one of my first games I got with the lions at the beginning.
2 was the lions. I think the wolves were at the first. Yeah, the wolves were the first one. It was lions.
It terrified me so much. I just spent my entire time going around the mansion, doing the assault course around the
I used
mansion.
to do that all the time. I think all the gays did that.
Yeah, just did that, locking Jeeves in. I used to be terrified of
fridge.
you know the bit where you're swimming underwater
Yeah.
in the game. In the assault course, I used to be terrified of doing that. I don't know. I was a very sensitive child, and I hated dying in games. So if there was a chance of me dying, I didn't play it. Something like that.
I used to love locking that butler in the freezer, and he used to fart as well. Do you remember him farting?
And then
Make noise. Fart.
pretty
Just
much
follow her around.
Oh god, they better bring that back with it if they're rebooting the new series, rebooting the series eventually. We need the butler.
We definitely do.
Well, so apart from this, let's get the Sims out of some of these answers because it's obvious.
Get the Sims out.
Apart from the Sims, what game do you think you put the most time into in your life?
Oh, probably Elder Scrolls Oblivion or Skyrim. One of the two of them. Yeah, they probably tie.
How come? Because I've never really totally got into Skyrim. How can people spend 2,000 hours in that game? Surely there's a story and you finish it.
Oh no! The thing is, it's got continual quests, isn't it? So there's always some kind of fetch quest to do in the Skyrim.
Is it?
Yeah, and you can play it so many ways. You can join different factions, and that's the thing with it being an RPG. You can play it how you want, and each time it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But,
is there no like end state?
There is. There's a main kind of quest that you kind of finish, but everything else kind of like sort of spider webs off of it, you know. So
you're looking forward to the new one whenever that comes out.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that. I don't know what's going to happen now with Microsoft kind of nabbing on ZeniMax and whatnot and Bethesda.
Yeah, that's going to be literally as we're recording this, it was about 3 or 4, no, not even that. Yeah, 2 days ago that they announced the taking. Yeah, not just taking Bethesda, but all of ZeniMax.
The whole umbrella company, really.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they do with Doom. I love Doom. And Wolfenstein.
I'm hoping they do another Prey.
Yes, same. The new Prey was really good. The
really
latest Prey. I was terrified. I remember seeing the nightmares. Remember those giant things? I remember seeing one for the first time in that like kind of lobby area and just being like, what the hell is that? I'm hiding.
No.
God, it's such a good game. I
Amazing
think the
game.
opening hour of that game just blew me away. Same with what was the other one? Bioshock Infinite, like the first hour is just wild. Absolutely wild.
The aesthetic of Bioshock games is just, I love them. I definitely want to replay them at some point. I haven't been back to them for years.
I think they're coming out they've come out on Switch. Do you have a Switch?
I have a Switch Lite. So that's why I can never kind of stream. I sold my Switch. I was just not playing it very much, so I sold it, and then quarantine happened, and I was just like,
oh dear.
maybe I should get another one.
Oh, damn it! Yeah. Oh god, I think everywhere got sold out thanks to that. What was So, what are your top? If you had to pick your top 3 games of all time, what would they be?
Oh, that's hard, Ben.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, that's hard, Ben. I would probably say I've just gone on to just look at my. There's a few. I would definitely put Oblivion and Skyrim in kind of an umbrella, so they kind of like they're one game for me.
Yeah, Skyrim and Oblivion.
Yeah. Journey was an experience I'll never forget. A game that I just love. Every time I play that game, it's absolutely amazing. I love that experience.
Do you play it quite
One
regularly?
Of my favorite. I do it. What, Journey?
Yeah.
Probably I'll go back to it at least once a year to just get that vibe again, you know? Like, I loved it. It was just such a beautiful experience for me.
I love it. I mean, I always finish with like the shortest scarf because I got screwed over in that area. Oh, so beautiful.
I just loved it. And probably lastly is The Witcher 3. Not so much the last two. I didn't really like the last two, but The Witcher 3, the world, Geralt, the whole thing, it was just my vibe. I loved it.
See, the last two is in the...
That game.
What do you mean the last? Oh, do you mean the first two that came out?
Yeah, the first two. Sorry, yeah,
okay.
Not the last two. I wasn't. I've gone back to try them again, and just like the combat system and everything in it, it's not for me.
Totally different.
It's not for me.
But if anybody's wondering why we're not making comments on where we're flying over, is that at the moment it's just blue sea. We're currently flying. We'll eventually get to France.
Nearly there.
French France, yeah. As soon as we see French France, we know we've... Well,
French France.
That's it. We're not going to see England again until... and Wales until... for like a few years. So that was enjoyable. But for me, The Witcher 3 was so good that I played The Witcher 3. I finished it in like 2 weeks, which for me is a record, especially how long that game is. But then afterwards, I was like, okay, I love these RPGs. I want to go and play another one. And I played some Dragon Age Inquisition and fell off that so quickly because I was like, this isn't The Witcher. Then I went and played some Skyrim. I was like, Jesus, what's this janky old thing? Like, couldn't get into that either. And it's like, I really played in the wrong order, I think.
You did play it in the wrong order, definitely. I'm a massive Dragon Age fan. That would probably creep in, the whole series would probably creep in at number 4, Dragon Age, definitely.
Yeah. Not Sims then?
No, Sims is probably like at the low end of the top 10. I've always thought about this list. Like... Because I only use it for building and being creative that way. I can't really look at it as a full game, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly, yeah. Same with me with Animal Crossing. Like, I'm sure at the end, I like to do a little top 10 video at the end of the year, and I'll be very surprised if Animal Crossing is number 1. It's done wonderful things, but when it comes to like a good quality game...
Exactly.
Well, it's not really got a story or anything. What other games would be then, like, will be in there in that top 10? Maybe that might surprise some people?
Ooh. I'm replaying God of War at the minute. That is definitely in my top 10.
Or the new one.
Absolutely. Yeah. That game is just, and I cannot wait for the new one. I'm so excited.
Boy. I think I played about half of that game on stream and I was like, I'm going to finish the rest of this off stream because I want to be totally... Did you go to bed after the credits?
Went to bed.
Well, you go to
back to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think you rest and then that thing appears.
I know exactly what you mean. Yes.
Yeah. My friend just says, like, when you finish the game, go to your house. And I would never have done it. I'd have just been like, hey, credits, great, that's it, I'm gone. But yeah, I went back to the house and yeah, when it sets up the sequel, let's say.
I didn't. I only heard about it and then had to watch somebody else do it. So I don't know the credits as well.
Yeah, I'm glad someone told me to do that because I wouldn't have done that. Okay, here we go. What is your favorite game soundtrack?
Where did you get this question from?
This was sent from a DevonBumpkin. Oh no, Devon. Sorry, Devon B. It's from.
I've heard he's a right twat.
Yeah, he just kept sending me so much stuff. All these demands. Did you get your? Was it blue only M&Ms you were requesting for this?
W's actually.
Okay. Yeah.
This was a hard, well, not so much a hard one because it was one of my most, it was my most played Spotify playlist last year, and it was the soundtrack to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Ooh.
It was by a composer called Jessica Curry, and she's done quite a few games. She's done quite a few game contracts. She actually co-owns the game publishers that published Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I forgot what they're called now. But that game soundtrack just blew me away.
Yeah.
Absolutely blew me away. And I'd listen to it nearly daily. It's one of my kind of building soundtracks.
Oh. Are they copyrighted or can you put it over your...
I think they're... because they're in a game, how does that work? you know, because they're.
Yeah.
I would love to, but
It's weird because I think some have made them available for streaming, but whether you can put them on monetized videos is a very different thing.
yeah, that's very true. That is very true,
I
actually.
think Hotline Miami is the same. Although they said they're, you know, you can reproduce ours as much as you want. I'm pretty sure with Hotline Miami, which is also a great soundtrack. But that game is, Brenda says, ultimate relaxation. So everyone's gone to the rapture. I have a hate relationship with that game.
What's your hate relationship with it?
It bugged on me. So you're following those orbs around.
Mm-hmm.
One of the orbs got stuck and disappeared. And no matter how many times I loaded, it just didn't. So I was like, well,
no.
I guess that story is going to be unended. And then went to the other ones. I still like completed it, but it just bugged the heck out of me that I could not find where this orb went.
Replay it, get another vibe going. Because I actually streamed it on Twitch, actually, didn't I, Brenda? Because I think you were there for that. And I think because it reminded me of home, because it's got this very Devon landscape about it, a little village, little hamlet. I don't know, it resonated with me. It really did.
Same.
I was crying, laughing, the lot. So.
Yeah, I played it when I was living in Spain, and it was like, oh, the fields.
Really?
Yeah, the fields.
Really? Did it make you homesick?
A little bit, yeah. I was like, I remember this little, it's the most English kind of country. Dan says the village was based off the county that he lives in. Just no, not
yeah, no, it was.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, no, that game is pretty. I think my favorite game soundtrack, the one I play more than any, is Death Stranding. Like,
oh, that's another really good one.
Even because obviously there's the pop song, there's the low roar and the poets, or whatever they call those, silent poets, I think it is. There's two soundtracks to that. There's the songs that actually play that are already released, that they've added to the game and just give it such an amazing feeling. But there's also like the cinematic ones and like just both parts of the soundtrack to Death Stranding, both the kind of the classical music part and that.
It was a massive part of that game, the music for me. Like just the vibe that a piece of music can give off when you are walking through an empty, barren landscape. That game was one of my games of the year last year, without a doubt.
It was my number one. It was. And it's interesting seeing because it got a little bit of hate because people were just like, well, it's just this walking simulator. That's all you're doing is just walking. But it's a lot more than that. And I thought the story was fantastic. And I think it wrapped up really well as well at the end.
Yeah, Flighty's actually playing it at the minute on YouTube, Twitch, isn't she?
She is. And Mr. Wibble is as well in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, somebody who worked on Death Stranding gave me 3 codes to give away, and I knew Flighty had wanted it for a while, and I was like, okay, we'll do a giveaway for 2 of them, and I was like, I want to watch Flighty play it.
Definitely.
Seeing Flighty, I'm not just going to say seeing Flighty's reaction to Chapter 4. I'm not going to say anything, but you know, Chapter 4 when that happened, that was brilliant to watch. I wish I'd been streaming it because my jaw was on the floor. I was like, what? What is this game? What is this game?
I don't expect anything less from Mr. Kojima anyway. He always blows me away with his weirdness and innovative games.
Of all his games that I got into, like I finished Metal Gear Solid 1 not too long ago actually, and I played a lot of 5. Like Death Stranding for me is my favorite. Just I think the soundtrack and the visuals, just because it's based I think on Iceland, it's just stunning. But at the moment I did buy the Final Fantasy VII remake soundtrack. I played the game for about 2 hours and was like, I love this music, and went and bought the soundtrack. So I haven't finished the game, but yeah.
Love the music. I'm not a Final Fantasy. I love watching people play it. I've tried to play it over the years, all different kind of versions of Final Fantasy, but I've never resonated with it. But the soundtrack is amazing. You're right.
7 is just, beyond amazing. I'm loving it. I'm playing it every Wednesday at the moment, and
but I will say Gladio is probably one of my go-to for Pixel Thirst.
Yeah,
it is Gladio, isn't it? It is Gladio. Yeah.
Which one was he from? He was from which one was
the newest one, if you know what I mean, not the remake.
Oh yes, Final Fantasy 15.
That's right.
Oh, I like Gladio. I quite liked what's his name, Biggs from Final Fantasy 7.
Biggs
remake. Have you seen Biggs?
No, I haven't. Do I need to search up Biggs now?
Type Biggs, 2 G's, Final Fantasy 7, and I want to see your reaction. To people listening on the podcast, I'll give you the reaction.
Oh no, I can totally see that. Yes.
There we go. Yeah.
Yes, I can totally see that. It looks like a bit like Aladdin. I'm there for that.
Yeah, Aladdin with what they call it, bandana. There we go. Dan says Ori and the Blind Forest is a great soundtrack. I really want to play that game.
I've rage quit that game. It's so beautiful, but I'd rather watch somebody else play that.
Oh, is it difficult? Okay, well, I won't then.
The soundtrack is amazing, but yeah, it is. It's really difficult for me, being not a massive platformer anymore.
No, I was until that's another one with an amazing soundtrack. Celeste. Have you played Celeste?
No, I've watched many people play it. Yeah, in fact, I watched Man vs. Game playing Celeste. Actually,
it is incredible game. But it is a platformer. It's a very, very difficult platformer, but it's one where there's no enemies. There's like one way there's like you're being chased, but there are no enemies in the game. So to clear they call it a screen, because then you move on to the next screen. But to clear a screen, it's more of like a puzzle. So you're okay, I need to hit this, then I need to bounce down in this direction, then hit this and hold on and climb. And it's like, yeah, you can work it out and you feel like you get a little bit closer every time. So it's
yeah.
By the way, we can see a bit of French France. Oh, vive la France.
Je ne sais quoi plaire.
So we've got another phrase to learn. Oh God, I don't know how to say that number. How do you say 87? 87. Siete, I think it is. Elle a 87 ans, mais elle a encore la patate.
It's been 87 years?
Not quite. So, I'll read the first bit. So, elle a 87 ans, mais elle a encore la patate, which means she's 87, but she's still in great shape. There you go, which is a very useful phrase to have.
Spanish France.
Yeah, Spanish France. That's Catalonia. Oh God, I'm in trouble there saying that. Anyway, so moving on a little bit. So yeah, favorite soundtracks. What game are you playing now?
Oh, I'm still playing through Ghost of Tsushima at the minute. I'm loving it.
Me too.
I'm really, really, really enjoying it. So I'm savoring every little bit of that game in the minute.
Yeah. How are you finding the controls and all that?
In the beginning, I found it a little bit difficult.
Okay.
But the more I'm playing it, the more I've kind of not mastered it, but I'm getting quite good. It's not too bad. Yeah.
I love that game. I'm playing it at the moment, but like I'm just doing the odd little side mission every now and again.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm just savoring it. It's just too beautiful. It really is.
Yeah. How many screenshots have you taken?
Probably about 1 million.
Yeah.
The photo mode in that game is the best I've seen, I think, out of any game at the minute.
It's just the fact you can have moving, you get moving backgrounds. I don't know how I'm ever going to use because you can only save pictures, so I don't know how I'm going to even use it.
I've heard down the grapevine, I don't know if it's true, but Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have a similar kind of photo mode.
Ooh.
Where the background is moved. I don't know if that's true or not. I heard of a friend, but hopefully.
It would be amazing to save like a moving screenshot and have it as the background for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Amazing. But then they would like lose money on being able to sell themes because people would be like, well, I'm not making a theme. Look how gorgeous this is.
Yeah. That's very true.
Oh.
That's very true.
So Ghost of Tsushima, any other games you're playing off stream?
Divinity Original Sin. I'm playing a bit of Divinity Original Sin 2 at the minute.
You playing with anybody? Or?
No, I'm doing a solo run, which I'm loving. I played it. Did I play it with my nephew, with my friend? I can't remember, but I have played it kind of co-op before. But I don't know. I just prefer the story and stuff. Solo running it really, but I love that game. I think it's great.
I need to play a bit more. It's a very sad game at parts.
It is very, very sad.
Did you learn the speak to animals trait?
Yes, I did.
Did you speak to the dead bear?
The rats and the pigeons. And...
I spoke to I think it was a bear that had been shot and its cub was next to it. And so I just learned how to speak to animals and the bear was just screaming for his mother who was dead. It was like, wake up, mummy, wake up. Yeah.
Oh,
it was
horrid.
It was horrific. That
is so horrific. Nasty developers. That's nasty awful.
What a lovely podcast. It's Campus Christmas. You knew it was going downhill. Oh, so heartwarming. It is. It really, really is. So a trigger one. Well, it's not a real dead bear. No, don't worry. But okay, so what future games are you looking forward to? We were currently 132 nautical miles, by the way. Eventually we will reach France. Yeah.
I've kind of only got my sights set on Cyberpunk at the minute, really. Like I'm so excited for that game. I think I'm going to get the collector's edition for it because I've been too excited for too long.
Mm-hmm.
And it being CD Projekt Red, I don't think we're going to be disappointed in any way, shape, or form. I really don't.
Because The Witcher, when it first came out, there was a few glitches, but like other than that, they kind of smoothed over that, didn't they, with all that free DLC?
Yeah, they did.
You don't. That
one thing I will say is that with The Witcher 3, there were so many kind of beautiful moments in it, like that. Really, I hope that we still get that in this game. I hope it's not just all about these kind of like gang faction kind of thing. I hope there's some moments in there that really, I don't know, speak to me.
I want stories that are in the game that are not the basis of the main game, like the Bloody Baron, for example. Like that is a quest line that I still remember. And
yeah, that was a great quest line.
So good. Yeah.
With the what was that little creature thing called? I can't remember.
I don't remember. How was the Bloody Baron by the time you finished that quest line?
Do you know what? I can't even remember now.
He was hanging from a tree in mine.
Oh god, yeah, no, same.
You had the same. Apparently
just
there are
outside the stables.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, apparently there are ways where you can do it where he becomes like the Baron, or he survives.
Oh my god, isn't that a game you need to replay?
Yeah,
and I've replayed it twice.
I'm replaying it as well at the moment. I'm currently
I'm
trying to 100% it, like doing absolutely everything, and I'm just taking it really, really, really slowly. But when I do,
way to do it.
Yeah, when I do get to the Baron part, I'm like, I'm gonna look at a guide like how to keep him alive, and also I want an ending. Well, I had actually a good ending to the game, but I didn't get the amazing ending, which I really want.
Didn't he have a Brummie accent though?
He did have a Brummie accent, so yeah. When he was hanging, it was like, I just don't hear that voice again. No, I'm joking. One of my best friends as a child was a Brummie.
My boyfriend's a Brummie.
Oh. And I love the
Don't worry,
accent.
we've knocked the accent out of him. We've kicked it out of him.
He's been in
Devon for far too many years.
Yeah, you haven't got a Devonshire accent.
I get twangs every now and again when I'm a bit drunk and that.
Are you drinking your cider?
And depending on who I'm around, because my mum's accent, she's literally like Hagrid from Harry Potter.
Well, I'm sure your mum would appreciate being called Hagrid. Yeah. Wow. Oh.
All right, my darling.
Black. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm like the same when I go up north. They always like, well, you sound a bit Welsh, and then here I'm like, well, you sound like you're really northern. It's like depends who you're around, isn't it? Oh. By the way, if anybody has any questions that they want to ask Mr. DevonBumpkin, send me a whisper. I'll put my name in the chat. I'll say hi, so you can click on me. Send me a whisper, because there is a way also in Discord, but I know not everybody's here. By the way, please feel free to join the Discord. There we go. That's the Discord link. Brenda and any mods in there can drag you out of quarantine. I had to do that too. That's what the holding cell is called now. Make sure they don't infect the others.
Quarantine.
It is. It literally is. So, what's your game of the year so far, based on the games that you've played? If you played that many.
Probably Ghost of Tsushima, definitely. So far, I would say so.
What other games have you played? Have you played any others? Like many others?
I haven't really gone down the path of buying new games this year. I've been replaying a lot of other games. I've just finished Days Gone again. Have you played Days Gone?
I played it for about 3 hours. 4 hours maybe. Does it get better?
I really hated him in the beginning. I just found him really chauvinistic. He was an asshole. He was really aggravating me with his the cutscenes and stuff. But I ended up growing to really, really like him. As the game progressed,
it just ruined it right at the start for me when it was like, "There's no space for you." And I was like, "There literally is." Like if they just move a little bit to the left, there's space for everybody on that helicopter, and then they don't need a game. Like, there's only space for one. Like,
sorry,
really there's 8 people on the helicopter. I'm like, I'm sure you could just manage one more person. Like, and yeah, what's his name? Deacon St. James or something. Yeah.
Right.
And also,
it was just nice to look at for me as well, to be honest with you.
you like a bit of a kind of a rough biker.
Bit of rough. Yeah, a bit of rough.
And I was, and moving that, does it get better? Like, as you upgrade the motorbike, does it get a little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, it did. I wouldn't say it was it's definitely not creeping up to like an 8 out of 10 game. It's more along the lines of 6 to 7. But I just wanted to replay it again just to...
Oh, I'll definitely play it a bit more because I think it's getting added to the PlayStation Plus collection or something on PS5.
And yeah, so will it be coming out for PC as well? I heard that too.
Ooh. I've heard that Bloodborne's coming to PC.
Really?
But somebody said there are rumors. This was on, I think, Push Square, which is usually a little bit reliable. But there are rumors that Bloodborne could be a launch game to play on a remastered version on the PS5.
Oh, wow.
By the way, do you have a PS5 pre-ordered?
Kind of hoping for a kind of the next iteration of the Bloodborne series, really.
I see. I never played more than about an hour of Bloodborne, so I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, that was amazing. It's in another game in the top 10 as well.
We're currently flying over. Right, here we go. I've got to work this out. So professional. Right, we flew over there. Then we go down there. We're currently... this, I believe, is Cannes.
Cannes? Very posh.
Cannes, yes. No, not Cannes. Cannes. Cannes is the film festival, isn't it? That's the one. But this is Cannes, I believe. I don't want to touch the thing otherwise, because we're currently flying over a built-up area, and at the moment the frame rate is humane. So
dying.
We can see it at the moment. I think as long as we stay above 10 FPS, we should be fine. Oh I'm surprised we got this long. And by the way, thank anybody in the chat, people that have followed Norwegian Thunder Voice. Thank you so much for 39 months. Oh my god, we just got it hosted for, I didn't even see that, 216 viewers. Hello. Welcome. I really have to go out of the podcast mode for this. Thank you so much for that. Welcome everyone. I am BiggusBennus. I am joined on this first ever episode of the Jetstreamers podcast with the one, the only DevonBumpkin.
Hello.
Who is here. Welcome everyone.
Rangers.
And we are currently this is the very first episode of Jetstreamers. We're going to be flying around the world on in a plane, and every leg of the journey I'm going to be joined by a different streamer. We've set off from Cardiff. We're on our way to Paris. Who knows where we'll go after this, but this is episode 1, and we're getting to know this YouTube legend, DevonBumpkin. Let's get him to 100,000.
Too nice to me.
We need this big 100k party. What would you do, by the way, for 100 when you get to 100k?
I have no idea. It'd probably be something very undramatic.
Oh, I thought you were going to say extravagant then.
No, it really would. I have no idea. Not even thought that far.
No.
Not even thought that far yet.
Sure, this merch says off-free day. Merch? Is there
merch? Oh, definitely. A merch at 100k. Yeah, I've promised the community that. Oh, hello, Offrey. So I have promised the community some merch at 100k.
Brilliant.
And I've been approached by a few companies, but I've just never really wanted to. I find it a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do it. Why not?
Exclamation mark merch. If you want to catch any, if you want to get any BiggusBennus merch on there, I don't care. I'll sell out.
That plug.
I've got t-shirts that say "I love BB" on it. People have no shame. People will buy it. Just make it a little bit filthy and.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, if you just make it a little bit filth, that's it. Yeah, check it. You can have a t-shirt. I think there's a mug there with an "I love BB" thing on it. Yeah, there we go.
Oh dear.
Wonderful. But okay, well, what are your plans for the future? Do you have any plans?
No. That's the thing with it. I haven't. I'm kind of riding by the seat of my pants at the minute to sort of see what happens. I don't like making plans. I don't like kind of looking to the future. I prefer to live in the moment, and that kind of happens with what I'm doing as well, like work-wise. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I don't have any plans. I'm just going to see where this adventure has taken me. Like I've only gone full-time kind of content creation in the past couple months, so
you have, yeah.
It's all new to me.
How is that, by the way?
Amazing.
What made you decide to do that, and what caused it?
And the coronavirus did.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Miss Rona did.
Misra.
Like, obviously not being able to work and then being at home. And I was just like, I need to put my energy into something.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And it worked out very well.
You saw it was possible and did it.
Yeah.
And how are you enjoying... So, well, actually, we've got a question a bit later, which I'm going to ask about. But how did you find... well, how do you find yourself, like, be motivated? Because obviously your work now is entirely at the computer. At your home computer, in your room where you are now. How do you stay sane?
That's yoga.
Yoga, really?
Yeah, I do yoga every single day. I think it's so important to mental health and kind of exercise go very hand in hand together. I think it's important to look after your body and it will help you look after your mind. So yoga is the best thing every day, even if it's just for 20 minutes. It really, really helps. It really, really does.
Never done that. How would you? So somebody that was wanting to start yoga, how would you recommend, or what would you recommend they do?
Watch a YouTube video. There's a creator called Yoga with Adrian, and she does yoga for beginners. And she's not very like, oh, zen. And, she's just real. She tells you as it is. Like, she knows that you're a beginner. She just speaks to you like a human and not kind of deity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hasn't got has she got an unusual yoga name?
No. Just Adrian.
Just Adrian. Brilliant. All right then. Let's go and have a look. Oh, do you have any special events or streams or videos coming up?
Horror month. Playing. Yes, I'm going to be playing some VR horror games on stream next month, and I'm kind of frightened.
VR.
Because, yes, VR. Have you played your VR much? Because you used to play a little bit of VR on stream. I haven't seen you do it in quite a while.
I have, but it's just so many wires.
That's what I was worried about.
But Dave, literally 2 days ago, pre-ordered an Oculus Quest 2, which is the one without the wires, and it's £299 as well. And it's
really
it seems to be a lot better quality than a PSVR, and yeah, the only downside is you got to log in with your Facebook account.
Yeah,
I've got
why.
a Facebook.
I haven't got a Facebook. That's why I'm worried with my Oculus. But haven't they given us like 2 or 3 years until you have to? With the ones who have bought it beforehand, I think so. I've
not heard about that, but I know like from now on, any Oculus device requires you to log in with Facebook. But I'm not. Can you not just make a fake one?
Yeah, I suppose I could really. It's not too hard.
Yeah.
But
all
yeah,
right. I think
definitely some horror games.
What kind of horror games have you got lined up?
See, I've been trying to look for some VR horror games. So if you've got any that you can recommend to me.
I mean, I
played
love
Resident Evil.
Yeah, that's the only one that I recommend. I loved it. If I like a horror game, and if I like a horror game in VR, it must be a good game.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Yeah, maybe the chat can give you some recommendations, or send Devon Alien Isolation.
Oh my god, that gave me so much anxiety. That game. I still haven't completed that game to this day because it is the stuff of my childhood nightmares. The xenomorphs. So yeah, maybe that one. Fun.
I played that a few days ago to celebrate 6666 followers, and I was in so much pain playing it that someone donated. Moni and Canadian Book Girl in chat donated to get me Resident Evil 3 because that was a much more enjoyable game, and it was. Yeah, it was just me running around scared, and people in the chat going like, "Oh my god, why are you so bad at this?" And I'm getting frustrated, and yeah, it was a mess.
I was just in the locker for most of the time, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't even. I didn't see I stopped playing when the alien appeared. I'm like, okay, that's it. That's how far into it.
Perfect horror game though. It was so well done, that game. I will give it that. One of the best.
I wonder if I will ever go back to it, maybe like on an easy mode or something. Because
VR.
I've never played. See, I've never seen any of the Alien movies, so maybe I need to watch those first.
Oh, you need to. Yeah.
I saw Prometheus. I quite liked that.
That was I liked it. It got like quite slated by critics, didn't it? Prometheus. I really liked it.
I'm one of these people that
really liked it.
Yeah, I won't watch the main series, and then I'll enjoy the side series that people don't like.
Yeah.
For example, Mass Effect Andromeda. I enjoyed Mass Effect Andromeda because I hadn't played any Mass Effect games, I think.
Very
to me,
true.
that was like, this is a good space game. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
I can completely get that. I didn't hate it.
If the rumors of Mass Effect Remastered coming out are true, then I will 100% be playing that.
I read about this today. Yeah.
Legendary Edition. They
I
said
would
that
definitely be playing it.
they said that they're going to be... Well, the person who is kind of in charge says that he was going to say more about it later this week. And I mean, it's 7:15 at night on a Thursday. So he's only got 24 hours before I'm going to be tapping my watch and saying, come on then. Jeff
Excuse
Grubb.
me.
Yeah.
Jeff Grubb.
You were talking about Mass Effect, weren't you? Give us some details. I've honestly tried a few times to play Mass Effect, but that first game is just uncontrollable. And I was like, well, there's a controller mod for PC. I was like, okay, so I tried that. And I'm like, well, Jesus Christ, these controls are terrible. Let me go and try and play with mouse and keyboard. Oh my God, that's even worse. And apparently I even said, like, what if I played it on like the PlayStation 3? Because didn't they release the collection? They're like, no, it's bad on that as well. So I just really hope that they've upgraded the battle, like they've updated stuff. I don't care if it's not that much upgraded, just make sure it can be controlled. That's all.
I haven't gone back to that game probably since it came out, to be honest with you. The first one, I always tend to stick with 2 onwards.
Isn't 2 like... Yeah, 2 is like known as one of the best games of all time, isn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, I'd love that. By the way, we are currently flying over. Right, this is where I'm not quite sure because I don't want to... Thing is, I can see the frame rate going, whoa! So I'm like, trying to work out where we're going over. We're currently flying over. I believe this is Rouen. And the river is the Seine. Oh, the River Seine. That's the one that goes through Paris. So the river there, and this is Rouen. Would you like another French phrase?
Oui.
Oui, okay, madame. It is ils ont foutu le bordel. Ils ont foutu le bordel.
Ils ont foutu le bordel.
Apparently that means...
No idea.
They made a fucking mess. I'll give you another one. I'm going to give you one more. Carrefour est fermé le dimanche après.
The caravan is for me. Thank you, chaperone.
The Carrefour supermarket is closed on Sunday afternoon. There you go. When I actually got offered a job in a place called... To me, when I look at it, it says Reims. But Reimes or something like that. But apparently, when I said that, they were like, what are you talking about? Yeah, Reims. But apparently it's pronounced I've been told.
That sounds like you've taken a bite out of something.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm sure I would if I lived that close to Paris. Yeah, but we are currently at Rouen. I've been to France. I used to go to France for like 7 weeks every summer because my parents were teachers, so they used to have like long holidays, and we used to have a caravan, and we used to go around France, staying in campsites.
Whereabouts in France?
We used to go to the south, but
we used to go to the south quite a lot.
Oh, whereabouts in the south?
In the Ardèche region, in Ardèche.
Oh, we didn't go that far, I don't think. We went to Béziers. I don't know if that's Ardèche. It could even be the same area. Montpellier, that kind of area. Béziers, Narbonne, that's where we used to stay. But yeah, we used to stay on the way down because my dad hates driving for like more than 3 hours. So we'd always end up stopping at random places. Like the Loire Valley. Oh, beautiful. Macon.
Macon.
Yeah. Very nice. I actually went through France last summer because I was moving back from Spain, and Atty, unfortunately, couldn't go on a ferry and he couldn't go on the plane, so we had to get a train.
I remember seeing this adventure on your Instagram.
Adventure is one way of putting it. Oh. So honestly, it was the 5 suitcase, like the 5 bags that I was carrying that was worse than Atty. Atty was actually quite well behaved, but the 5, like 2 really, really heavy suitcases, a backpack, and also another bag or 2 as well, plus the dog was just an absolute nightmare. Never do that. But yeah, so yeah, VR. Are you? What other VR games are you looking forward to? Do you play VR quite a lot off stream?
I've been playing a lot of it. Have you played Half-Life Alyx yet?
No, but apparently there's a mod. So if I get the, apparently I can wire up the Oculus Quest 2 to play it on the PC because it's not available.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. It's amazing.
Is that scary?
Amazing. It's jumpy. Have you ever played any of the Half-Life games?
No, but my brother, every single time I'm playing a game, he's like, "This isn't Half-Life." Literally every single time. Because he's been begging me to play Half-Life. I'm like, it looks old. I'm not going to play an old game.
It's good. You've got to give it a go.
Yeah?
It is. It's a really, really good game.
What makes it so good?
I don't know. It's the world. It's the lore that it comes with as well. It's just...
That's something you can't really just replicate.
Yeah.
If
feeling. It gives you a feeling.
Gameplay and stuff and graphics, that can always be bettered. But a really good lore and a story,
exactly.
I'm down for keeping. All right, let's go on to some more questions. Well, we're going now to the chat questions. This was from somebody in the Discord who said, "What can we see coming up on your YouTube channel?" Which we kind of already asked, but what can we see?
More of the series that I've been working on. I'm building all of the worlds in The Sims 4 at the minute. So every single one of them I'm rebuilding from the ground up. So there's my main kind of series. So that's my main focus of my channel at the minute. And then everything else that comes along is just going to be bonus ideas from when I get my mad ideas at like midnight.
Yeah.
And I've kind of written down like, that's a really good idea.
How do you do that? If you come up with a great idea when you're lying in bed?
Yeah, I do. I write it down straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What are you working on right this moment?
At this moment, I've got a build coming out tomorrow. That's a very kind of sleek, modern, futuristic, almost house. Yeah, that's coming out tomorrow on the channel.
What's out? What came out 23 minutes ago?
It was another part of my Let's Build the World series. We've been building a circus, a massive circus in The Sims 4. It's fun. I've been getting the community to make all the characters and stuff, and it's amazing seeing how creative they are.
How do you determine like what you have as your YouTube videos compared to what you stream? Because I saw you stream something like medieval Sims, which I'd never seen before in my life.
Sims medieval. That was like a kind of a sister kind of Sims game of The Sims 3, but it will always be Sims 4 content on my YouTube channel. My Twitch will be anything that I feel like playing, really, but it is still mainly Sims 4.
Yeah, because you're playing Tell Me Why, right?
Yeah, I played Tell Me Why. Finished Tell Me Why. So every Friday I'll do something variety, without a doubt. But it will be kind of short story-based games that are easily kind of interact with the chat rather than your role-playing stuff, because one stream a week of variety is kind of not enough to finish off a game, really.
Yeah, Witcher 3 might take a few years to get through. Are there any smaller ones coming up that you're looking at? Or?
Not that I've got my eye on at the minute. No, not at all. I need to do like a sweep. I usually do a big sweep of Steam and sort of watch and then wish list a lot of stuff and watch some videos. I've got a few YouTubers that I follow that have kind of primarily focused on indie games and stuff that give me ideas. And so yeah,
I think Night in the Woods is just coming.
Oh, that's a great game.
Oh, you played it? Yeah?
Oh, that's a great game. Yeah. Really, really good.
The writing in that was just for me, it was just perfect.
It was amazing.
Oh, it was so realistic. I love it when she gets home after, because she comes back from university and she goes to the train station. There's nobody there to collect her, so she has to go home. And then she gets home, and then her dad goes like, "Oh, May, you're here. I thought you were due tomorrow." And she's just like, "You thought wrong." It's so well written. So, have you played Firewatch?
Yeah, I played Firewatch as well. That was great too. See, it's that kind of thing. It's the short kind of narrative games that work best for me anyway, on stream with people.
Edith Finch as well was probably one of my favorites.
That was great. I built that house in The Sims, actually. I built the Edith Finch house in The Sims.
Okay, guys, Google. Well, not Google. Go to YouTube. Type in. Was it Edith Finch? DevonBumpkin? Will that bring it up?
Yeah, that will bring it up, I think. But yeah, that was great.
That sounds like a great idea.
That was an amazing game. Really, really good.
And you're going to actually be on Biggest Brother, aren't you? Season 3.
I'm going to be on Biggest Brother. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Do you want me to use the season 2 house, or did you want to create a new one? Which one?
When's it starting?
Whenever it's ready. So whenever I can do it whenever.
Okay, well, give me a couple of weeks and I'll get it sorted for you.
Look at that. Look at that. You heard it. You heard it there. in a few weeks, we'll have the Biggest Brother launch, Season 3, featuring DevonBumpkin. And if he doesn't win, he'll... he's never going to make one again. So there you go. Will you follow in the footsteps? Brenda was in Season 1. I think she came... No, Brenda was in Season 2. She had a baby in the house. Sounds like Brenda.
Well, you know, it is Brenda, yeah.
Not with... Yeah, there'll be people like Moni. There'll be all sorts of people in there. But yeah, that's right. Also, what The Sims... I can't believe... How long has the game been out? And apparently a person can't interact with their child without turning into the Exorcist with the arms. First time I saw that, I spat out my drink.
Yeah, it's a glitchy mess. Glitchy mess. 6 years, I think it's been out now. Sims 4. Yeah,
maybe
6 years.
Maybe we're still holding out hope for a bug patch.
No, because they'll patch something and then 90 other things will break from other expansions that they have to go back and try and fix. It's not the best of optimized games in the slightest.
That sounds like, maybe Sims 5 is a good idea to do that. By the way, we're currently 56 or 57 nautical miles from Paris, or from our airport. We're following the Seine, the River Seine, if anybody is wanting to know. Should we let's do another little French phrase before we move on to some more questions from chat. Tu me fais chier. Tu me fais chier.
No idea, Ben.
It's the phrase that means you make me mad, but the literal translation means you make me shit. There you go. Yeah. In France, they say, you make me shit. Yeah.
You make me shit.
Yeah.
It's probably like their kind of version of saying mad as shit or something like that, isn't it, really?
Yeah. You wind me up so much, you make me shit. Wonderful. Such a beautiful language. Okay, now, this is the question that I wanted to know. And this was from the brutal Brenda. Why did you decide to do a streaming hiatus? And what made you come back? I want to know this.
I was finding it hard to balance I was working full time, streaming and putting stuff up on YouTube. And I was just constantly working. And I found it was just affecting my day-to-day life. I wasn't getting the exercise I need. It affected my mental health, really. Yeah. I wouldn't say I was depressed. It was definitely along the roots of that, without a doubt.
Nipped in the bud.
And then, yeah. And so I knew I had to. I knew I had to before it got worse. And within a month of not streaming, I was fine again. I got the balance back again, and I don't know, it was weird. It was really weird time. It was okay in the beginning, it was exciting, but as time went on, I found it really affecting everything, day-to-day life, not seeing my friends as much, not having as much time as I should have for my other half, and they're the most important things in my life. I wouldn't jeopardize that for anything.
And with YouTube, you can do it kind of whenever you want. You've got more.
Still takes a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a lot.
How long does it take you, actually, by the way, moving, doing all your YouTube
depending
stuff?
on what I'm doing. But with the Let's Build series, it's kind of like in a live format almost, because I'm getting lots of inspiration from people in the comments. People give me ideas. So I need to do it on a day-to-day basis. So I will film, edit, and upload on the same day. So I'm kind of meeting it each day. But if I'm doing something like my Sims Medieval playthrough, for instance, it's like an hour to an hour and a half of gameplay, then 10 to 13 hours of editing.
Wow.
So it's a lot different when you do it that way. It really is.
There's a lot of editing.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's so funny.
Yeah,
I love editing.
Yeah. How do you? So the recording part is not anywhere near as long as the editing.
No way. Not at all. The editing's the main focus of it, isn't it? It's music, everything. Comedic timings and whatnot.
So what made you come back? So you're saying so I had streaming and it nearly made you go into depression. And then what made you think, you know what, I'm going to come back? Enjoying life too much?
Don't you? Do it again.
I was feeling far too happy.
I have time for it now. I'm a full-time content creator, so I have the time for it. I'm not working in my workplace 10-hour days, coming and then streaming for 3 hours or however long. This is my job now. And the love that I had for it, that's all I feel for it like now. I'm loving streaming again. It's so much fun. So much fun.
Do you feel like there's less, because like you are primarily on YouTube, do you feel like there's less kind of pressure to bring in huge numbers, like to constantly grow and things like this?
Yeah. And I never really chased that in the beginning anyway. I did it for a space for my community to all kind of interact in real time. That was my main focus of it. And we're still getting that, but just on a little bit of a bigger scale now, which I'm loving. Like, I feel so lucky that people that follow my channel and are in my community, they are such lovely people.
Yeah.
So I feel very lucky for that. I do.
It is really, seeing your return was just, I couldn't even follow the chat.
Oh, God. I was so nervous. But
I feel sorry.
Within half an hour, you're fine. You're fine again. I felt sorry for them too. Yeah. I really did.
Because I saw that you were, when you announced you were coming back, and Brenda was like, "Oh yeah, we've been warned. We've been warned about this." And I hear that is your Discord coming back?
Or it's back now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I've done a sub-only Discord. I just think it kind of brings the community into a nicer sort of level, and then I'm not making my mods run around and and the naughties. And we've got a nice group of people in there, and it's so lovely seeing that Discord kind of alive again.
I need to get in on this. I'm a DevonBumpkin sub.
Yes, get in there.
Your sub emote, your filth emote, is one of the reasons why I've got a filth emote, because I needed one when you left Twitch. I'm like, well, I need a filth emote now.
I'm having that. You feel free to. It is like artistic copy. You can copy me. It's fine.
I actually, so you left, and then I was like, okay, I need to upload a filth emote.
I'm doing that.
I uploaded it, and they rejected it because it contained inappropriate stuff. Luckily, I'm on auto approval now, so they can't unless someone reports it.
Yeah, they can't. They cannot. You're your partner now, dear.
Get it up quickly. Yeah,
yes.
But by the way, we've got a space. We've probably got time for a few more questions. If anybody's got them, just click on my name in chat. Send me a whisper with any questions. We're currently flying very close to Paris. We are 38 nautical miles away from the airfield that's just south of Paris. So if anybody, you can. Oh god, yeah, some weird. I've got some weird emotes. That was the best thing about ever becoming partner, was getting the emotes. It's like
you've got lovely emotes. Really nice emotes.
The incredible Nole.
My emote artist, she's not free until October, I think, until she can do the rest of what I want.
Once you got like a style, you got to keep that same artist.
You do.
Yeah, I've got Nole. I've got mine, but literally, I went and sent to Nole. I was like, okay, here are all the 21 emotes I'd like you to do. And then, like, not even a week later, Twitch announced that they would give 5 slots for both tier 2 and 5 for tier 3 as well. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. So not only a bit more money, but I'm going to have to wait a while. But now Nole's got a good, I think he's got a manager now, so he's kind of able to organize his time well for it. Because, God, yeah, just imagine all these commissions coming in.
Can you imagine?
Miss Will says, what's this one for? Fix. It's for a fix, is when I do something good and no one believes that I actually did it. Or when I do giveaways. All right, so the next question. This one is from, it's still from Brutal Brenda. She gave me some quality questions here.
Brenda is so lovely.
She is. How do you keep your schedule healthy? I don't know if that's just with Twitch or if that's also with like scheduling your
with everything.
YouTube. Yeah.
Take time for you. Don't be afraid to take time for yourself, and don't feel afraid that if you can't do something on that day, don't feel afraid to say to your community that you can't. Like you won't be able
can.
Like I can. I really can't.
Oh.
They're so understanding. Like some days I'm just like, I'm not going to be able to do this on time to then be able to go spend a bit of time with Tom. Like it's just not. So as I've always said, family will always come first. And like as soon as I post it on my community tab on YouTube, everyone's like, you don't need to say sorry. Like just go you know what I mean?
I'm jealous. I say I'm going to be late today and they're like, oh yeah, what's new? I get told off.
That.
No, I moved my schedule. I think as well. Do you find like because your Twitch schedule is quite sparse, isn't it? So 3 days a week for 2 hours, 3 hours.
3 days a week, and I started on 2 hours just to like bring me in. We've shifted up to 3 hours now.
I thought that because when I raided you yesterday, I was like, I wonder, he's on 2.5 hours here. Like, is he about to end? But we'll send him a raid anyway. Yeah.
But I think as time progresses, it go up. So I used to stream for around about 4 or 5 hours, so that's healthy enough for me. Any more than that, I'm not lying to you. Like, I'm more tired after 2 hours of streaming than what I ever was 10 hours on my feet all day cutting hair and talking shit to people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more tired after streaming than anything. So
it's draining, isn't it? Really draining.
It's knowing your limits. It really is knowing your limits.
That's what I like the last couple of hours in my stream, which we're probably going to be doing after, once we land, because we're currently 28 nautical miles away. We are flying over Paris right now. I would turn the camera around, but I just know that the frame rate well, let's do it. Who cares? If it takes, if we're at 5 seconds per frame when it comes to the end, so be it. There over it. Okay, there's the Palais of Versailles. There's, Saint Cyr de la Colle. That's to our right. To our left, I think the Eiffel Tower is somewhere. Is it down there? I tried to get an airport where we'd fly over Paris without thinking how bad the frame rate's going to be. But
I'm going to crash and burn here.
Yeah. Follow the river. You'll see. I think the Eiffel Tower is coming to view at some point. Actually,
don't you think everything from kind of an aerial view, though, I can never, even my hometown, I find it really difficult to decipher where everything is.
Yeah. Oh, same. Yeah, Dave and I, we flew around Abergavenny about 20 times trying to work out where Dave's house was. We literally had to fly into it before he said, oh, yeah, that's my house. The Eiffel Tower is coming up on the left.
Have you done Google Earth in VR?
Sorry?
Have you done Google Earth in VR?
No, but I think that's just a
really,
PC
really
one.
Good.
But I will try it. Yeah, I'm going to.
It's brilliant.
I would love like flight sim in VR or something. Yeah, but there is, you can see just below me, La Tour de Eiffel, or the Eiffel Tower in English. If you look really careful, there we are. Now.
Yeah.
Paris is one of my favorite cities in the world.
Paris is beautiful.
Oh, it's just
a bit smelly in places.
Oh yeah, Spain as well. Like when it gets hot, the sewers they heat up, and hot air does not go down. It rises.
Yummy.
Yeah, but just like every corner in Paris is gorgeous.
It's stunning.
Every person is gorgeous.
The accent as well. I'm there.
Yeah, Dave and I always joke that like having a French accent adds an extra 2 points. So if somebody was like, they're a 7 out of 10. No, French accent 9. I'm a pervert. But yeah, so your schedule, keeping your schedule healthy. That's cool. I'm happy that you're increasing your, the time that you're playing. But you're totally right, though. It does drain you. Like
it really does.
Especially if you're playing story-based games. Like I play Animal Crossing, which involves nothing. It's just half the time it's just me talking to chat, and I'm not even looking at the screen. And I'll be like, oh, wait, what have you done for the last half an hour, Ben? Like, oh, nothing. But like yesterday when I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake and like following the story and following the chat, it really, really does drain you.
It does. It completely does. Nobody realizes how kind of a hard task it is, but I don't know. The enjoyment process, you get a lot more out of that.
Yeah.
Than what you do. Do you know what I mean?
Brenda asks, how is Blue doing?
He's doing well. He's downstairs. He's downstairs with his other dad.
Oh, is this your...
That's my dog.
Your dog? Oh, what kind of dog is it?
He's a French bulldog.
I'm sure I've seen pictures, I'm sure.
He's lovely.
Oh.
He is. He's my best mate.
Yeah. Does he keep you company when you're doing videos, or is he allowed?
He does.
Is that a dog basket I see in the corner?
Yeah, there's a dog basket down in the corner there.
That's what I've got.
He's down there sometimes. Okay. I know, Atty is gorgeous.
He's currently moved to the bit where it's like, don't touch me. So he's got his dog basket, and then he's also got a pillow underneath the table that my PC and games consoles are on. And if he goes under there, he's like, just
leave me alone.
Exactly. Just leave me alone. So he's under there, which is great. I'm so surprised that he hasn't started, anybody that listens to my stream knows, half the time, like every 30 minutes, he's barking at the door to either get in or get out. Because I have to close the door, because otherwise Dave starts like repeating things that I've been saying on stream, and I'm like, okay, this is annoying. I'm going to close my...
He's a really quiet dog, actually. He doesn't bark much at all.
You'll swap.
The dog is a 7 out of 10, +2 for the French accent.
What are you saying?
They're not actually French, the French bulldogs, which is
No?
stupid. No, they're not. They were bred in England.
Yeah.
But I think they were used in France. I think that's what happened. My favourite pick of blue is him sitting in that big blue pot. Yeah, Martino, I love that photo.
Well-behaved pup. Charlie says, I read that the Eiffel Tower was originally only supposed to be temporary. That's true. And yeah, just imagine. What would Paris, what would be like the icon of Paris without the Eiffel Tower? Mel says they look French.
What's that arch called again?
Oh, the Arc de Triomphe.
Yeah, maybe that.
Or got one of those in Barcelona. It's a lot smaller and red. There you go. There's quite a few places with an arc. Okay, a couple more questions. We've got this is from Brenda Beres. So we'll change the sound of the name. It's still the same person. If Devon could make a DevonBumpkin stuff pack in The Sims, what would he stuff into that pack? She didn't say it exactly like that, but changed it.
She's filth, so she probably did.
Yeah, that's what was in her mind. What would you stuff into one of your packs?
I've always said I would love a kind of architect or an architecture expansion pack. So famous points in history architecture, like a bit of, going a lot like a bit of Art Deco, maybe some brutalist.
Wow, that sounds classic.
Yeah, with a career, like an architect's career. That I've always said I think that would be an amazing pack. Like something along those lines. Anyway.
As somebody that doesn't really play The Sims that much, as you've seen, I don't know if you've noticed when I've done... did you see me...
Your build was beautiful.
Did you see me decorate the... yeah, if anybody doesn't know, Brenda very kindly creates a shell for me on community days, which is it's the middle Saturday of the month. And the first 2 hours, Brenda gives me a shell that I have to decorate. And I think I made a porn studio in the entrance hall for the last one. Literally did. But yeah, have they ever had like a house from completely different culture, like maybe like a Japanese house? Can you create a house like that, or is it kind of structured?
Yeah, no, you can. Okay. They have got influences of other kind of architectural styles from around the world, but it is, I think I saw the perfect description of The Sims, and it's a white American millennial simulator, and that's exactly what it is, really.
Okay, yeah.
They're missing a lot. They're only just starting to improve the skin tones. There's been a massive
that just came out,
need in the huge like storm in the industry in with EA.
Yeah,
that the skin tones for anything more darker than a tan, like they're just really bad.
I remember seeing the black skin tones in Sims was not. It was just I'm glad that they've
really embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I think it's coming up in the next update. They're actually putting in a skin tone slider, so you can choose your skin tone plus the undertone. So they do try and improve on the game, but it's not The Sims 3. No. Put it that way.
What? It's not The Sims 3. You say it's better in The Sims 3.
Yeah.
We've got another question. What feature? So not necessarily like what things were added. What feature would you most like to see in The Sims 4?
I would like to see the build mode mirror the build mode in like Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, where it is almost a blender kind of way of moving objects, being able to rotate them and just build it freely how you wish. I really wish that was the build mode with The Sims. It would give us so much more freedom. But yeah, definitely. That would be my number one feature.
We are going down in altitude. We're at 5,000 from 7,500. So we're about to... As soon as we enter the pattern entry, I'll go over to manual control so you can see me try and land this plane myself, which will be interesting. Let's just say if you don't have any food, make sure that it is away. Otherwise, you'll be scraping it from the ceiling as I like kangaroo down the runway. Okay, we've got some questions from people in chat now. No. Let me go and bring this up. Hold on to your butts, exactly. Charlie says, let me load this up. Okay, here we go. This is a question not about sim, not about gaming. Do you have any advice on how to improve your skincare? They see they look at your face and go, that guy has secrets we need to know.
I always joke about this because I get this question quite often. Just drink lots of water. Korean sheet masks as well. They're the best thing. Just look after yourself, babe. I'm gonna leave it as that. I'm not answering that question.
No.
Yeah, just drink a lot of water, babe. Drink a lot of water.
Somebody
A Korean sheet mask.
Somebody has asked, have you ever thought about creating, I'll kind of praise you a bit. Have you ever thought about creating any of your subs in The Sims? And having your characters in there?
Yeah, yeah, I would love to do it. But I've got a plan for that, but I'm not going to spoil it here. But yeah, there's a plan for that.
That was from Victoria the Costa. So
thank you, Nick.
Victoria, you stay tuned. Sounds like something interesting's coming. See, he's got some. Can you give us any exclusive reveals of things that might happen? You know, a reason for people.
As I said, my content is kind of a day-to-day thing. I see how I'm feeling on that day. I never really plan anything.
Okay. So yeah, just do. What are your plans for tonight? We're about to go into manual control, so yeah, hold on to your butts. But as we're flying into, this is called. I should really say the name of this airport. This is called Villaroche.
You know, yes.
Oh, before we get into the pattern entry, let's do one more French phrase. God, I'm dreading when we go into places like Bulgaria and stuff. These places, I've no idea. Okay, here we go. Parlez-vous anglais?
Are you English?
Do you speak English?
Do you speak English? Oh,
yeah.
Right, okay.
Is there a really good one that we could definitely use? Too
fast.
Before we go into this, why is it just heading straight for that thing? We did that one.
We're gonna die.
We are gonna die.
Bye.
Arrête. Oh, it's moving. Arrête.
You sound like Northerner saying, "You're
right. You're right.
Right. Hello."
Arrête. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's stop. Stop.
Well, that might come in handy right now.
Oh, bollocks. Yeah, right. Now I'm going to have to go into manual mode. Okay. Let's not go and dive bomb. Okay. So, as
Funny, you don't see these things in real airplanes when you're coming into land.
Yeah, shit. We're going to die.
Too fast.
We're going way too fast. So, as we're flying into the airport, can you tell us, well, anything you wanted to say, but apart from that, where can we find you, DevonBumpkin?
You can find me on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter, Instagram, and it's all DevonBumpkin. Nothing too exciting there.
You're so lucky having all of the same name. I'm BiggusBennus1 on Twitter, BiggusBennus on Snapchat, and all that. Oh. Are you thinking of expanding to TikTok anytime soon?
I would rather die, but thank you. I like watching. Don't get me wrong. I like watching some TikToks, but no, I would definitely not be doing it.
Did you see the Xbox first ever TikTok?
No.
It was them saying, well, it was them like showing images of the Xbox Series S and Series X, but it was like them scrolling on their phone and they just had loads of memes of what they looked like, what the Xbox looked like. It was really funny, actually.
Oh, cool.
If anybody, by the way, has any slight questions, feel free to just write them in the chat. I'm not able to load up any whispers because I'm fully concentrating on not killing myself and DevonBumpkin as we're going in at 10 frames per second.
TikTok is good promotion. It is. I've seen people grow so much through TikTok.
Yeah. I might start put some clips on there.
I don't know. It's probably it's overtaken Twitter as the toxicity, main toxicity.
Is it?
Social media.
And Brenda will be on there in a moment then.
I don't want a slice of that pie, thank you.
It says, will you land safely? I'm not sure, Brenda. Probably not.
No.
I've turned off crash damage, so the worst things that happens is that we don't crash, but we don't actually have a fire or anything. It just bounces off the floor, so we might end up just doing that. Okay, here we go. Too fast. We do have too fast warnings all over here. Never mind. I think they're just trying. Well, we're only a small plane, so it doesn't matter. We've got plenty of runway to brake on. Oh God, that turn, puking. Brace. Look at this.
Brace.
Ye of little faith. Hey, we're only going at 86 miles per hour. KTS. Aim for the runway. I'm going for this runway. We'll eventually line up. We don't need to line up. We'll just do like a skid when we land. Oh God, we need to go a bit further down, don't we?
I love you all.
The runway's fine, right? I think I've got the brake button right now this time. Literally. Okay, here we go. Hold on to your drinks and your meals and everything. Oh my God. Oh, no, we're taking off again. No,
I felt that in my stomach.
Oh, look at that. We landed. Oh God, we
haven't.
Fishtailing a little bit there.
There we go.
Oh, look at that. You landed in the middle of the forest outside of Garderman Airport. That's true, I did do that. My wine. Look at that. I think I landed fine there. Right.
Beautiful. Thank you for getting us here safely.
Look at that. We have landed in France. This is the very first leg of my round-the-world journey that is probably going to take a fair few years, a few PC upgrades in the meantime. Just imagine the quality of this in a few months' time. Maybe we shall be back again near the end of it and be like, look how professional we are now. On my 4080 Ti's and all that. We're not going to go to the terminal. No, it's God, shall we head? Well, no, I think we got the parking brake on. Oh, no, I don't.
Not even going to the terminal.
Should we just go across the field to the terminal?
Yes.
We've got our field. We've got our thick traction wheels, tires on now, so it's fine. We're going the shortcut. This is where it tells me off for going a bit too fast.
2 weeks in quarantine now.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, I saw a few other countries, Iceland and Croatia, I think, and Denmark got put on there. So yeah, no,
really?
Yeah, sorry Denmark, sorry all the Danish people in the chat, Bailey for that. Towers sending futile messages. It is. Dragonhouse says, so we finally meet Ben. Oh, is this? Am I infamous?
How goes it?
How goes it? So Devon, what can we expect? So you said that there was a YouTube video that went up 52 minutes ago, and they have to go to youtube.com/DevonBumpkin for this.
DevonBumpkin for that. They do.
Mm-hmm. And any other things apart from the video tomorrow? Do you have what day is it today? It's
no,
Thursday.
apart from the horror month that's coming out, that's about it. And I'm going to try the watch party next week. I'm trying to watch a horror film. Yeah, I have never tried it yet. Have you tried it?
No, I haven't. What were you planning on doing?
We're going to watch a horror film together. I think me and chat. I think on Monday.
Do you know which one? Any idea which horror film you fancy?
No idea. Whatever's going to be in the Amazon directory. I've heard that Midsommar is in there. I'd like to see that.
It is, and I do as well. So maybe I'll join. I don't know. What time tomorrow?
Monday.
Oh, Monday. Sorry.
Monday at probably around about 7, 8.
I'm afraid I'm streaming then, but I will watch Midsommar soon. So we'll talk about it after on how good it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Midsommar is going to trash my country, says Martina. Is that because... Are you from Sweden? Is it Swedish, right?
Yeah. Swedish.
I'll have to... speaking of Swedish, I can speak Swedish. Tjena.
What does that mean, Martina?
I mean... See, that's a nice thing.
Most of my mod team are Swedish.
Oh, well, the Swedish phrase I know is that apparently the translation of... You know where we say, like, it's clear as day? You know the phrase, it's clear as day? It's really clear. In Swedish, they translate it, and it's as clear as sausage water. So there's a bit of like an ongoing running joke.
That does not surprise me.
It's like Klart kom sovbad or something like that. I don't know. Somebody I'm sure in the chat will let us know. But yeah, it's clear as sausage water. There you go. So, yeah.
Hello.
That's my favourite phrase, I think, of any foreign language is clear as sausage water. Kovspad, that's it.
Sausage water.
Well, DevonBumpkin, thank you so much.
Ben.
You've been here for like it said, like when I set up this, it said, okay, it's 1 hour and 30 minutes precisely from Cardiff to Paris. And it's now been 1 hour 50 since we took off. So I want to thank you so much for taking part and agreeing to do this. It has been a pleasure talking to you. I think this is the first time we've spoken. Is this the first time we've spoken to each other?
No, I think it's because I think I was on we did a podcast before, didn't we, with Flighty and Ace. That was probably the first time we spoke, probably.
That one. Click, play.
Click, play. That was it.
Mate, rest in peace. I think this is the way forward. Flight simulator in a podcast. What could you want? But like I said, thank you so much for all of this. Guys, if you don't follow DevonBumpkin, then get out. It's youtube.com/DevonBumpkin. It'll be in the show notes if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify or whatever. Jetstreamers.podbean.com at the moment is the website. I am saving up for Jetstreamers.fm, but it's like 78 quid. I'm going to make sure that it actually works before I go and drop that kind of money on a .fm. But yeah, so go and give Devon a follow on YouTube, on Twitch.
Thanks, guys.
And again, thank you so much. And tune in.
Pleasure, my friend.
It will be in the next 2 weeks. There will be episode 2 where we're going to fly from France to, I'm not sure exactly, but probably Germany. It's probably going to be where we're going to go next. We're going to go east. We're flying east. We'll finish over the US. But yeah, thank you so much.
No problem, my darling.
All right, now I'm going to click this stop button. There we go. So that's now uploading because it's actually locally recording from yours. So when it gets uploaded, the quality will be even better. And everybody in the chat, stick around because I am going to put the Be Right Back sign on and we're going to play some Among Us. Have you ever played that, Aiden?
I haven't. No, chat have been trying to make me get it, so I think I might.
It's like it's like $3.99. I think
something
like that. I mean, if you wanna join in, you're more than welcome to.
God, I think I'll watch from a distance at the minute. I would love to join one day though.
Oh, definitely. You get it. Definitely helps if you're able to kind of know what's going on with Among Us because many people I know have played it for the first time and gone like, hey, I didn't kill the person. I was hiding in a vent without realizing that like the imposter is the only one that can hide in the vent.